After spending years of analyzing all possible indicators on TradingView, I sat down and I developed the best possible indicator that shows perfect entry and exit signals for all cryptocurrencies, doesn't lag, and provides exceptional results. In this video, we're going to go through my cycle indicator. In essence, we're going to talk about the daily cycle, the 3-day cycle, and the weekly cycle, and how these cycles actually shows us the perfect entry and exit opportunities that produce huge returns in the crypto market. So stay tuned. First of all, we are going to apply this indicator on the Bitcoin chart. The darker red colors actually signal when the market is about to go down and about to reverse. Basically, these are perfect top signals. And actually, I really don't think that it's possible to find even a better indicator of a top signal. When Bitcoin reached 73, color of this bar changed to dark, basically indicating that the Bitcoin chart is going to reverse, and that's exactly what happened, and the market went down by 15%. So simply by following my indicator, you're able to make not only great returns, but also get out of the crypto market when it's too hot and is about to reverse. The same thing happened there. The Bitcoin market went down by about 15% once again from the 25th of March to 17th of April, and the indicator said, hey, get out. Now, if we go a little bit in the past, we can see a lot of buy signals right here. So again, just before the bullish momentum, the buy signal started signaling, indicating a great buying opportunity. And right after that, Bitcoin surged by more than 40%. Again, a super good buying opportunity. And a month before, same things happened. Dark green color indicates a great entry opportunity. Bitcoin just went up by 23%. The win rate by this strategy is actually exceptional, and everything is based on cycle, momentum, and trend. Now, if you take a look at the bottom section of my screen, you will see that whenever we have the darker green color, we have the daily cycle. So you can see that here, this red chart indicates the daily cycle, and when the red line falls below this red line right here, right, we have a cycle bottom. So here we have a cycle bottom, and the same for this chart right here for the weekly chart. When it falls below this red line, we have a cycle bottom. Here we have a daily and the weekly cycle bottom, and here we have the daily and the weekly cycle top, usually indicating the top of the market. And as you can see, these lines were pretty accurate. Now here the Bitcoin was at around 26,000 and it started to rally once again. Now let's go to the bear market. We can see that the strategy works perfectly in the bull market, but does it really work in the bear market? That's what we want to test out. So I'm going to scroll to the left to the year 2022 and year 2021 when the bear market started. So we have here the top of the Bitcoin, I believe, at about 68K, and the year 2021. So we can see that here the colors actually indicate again a great buying opportunity. So first of all, the daily and the weekly cycle matched here, and we have this green color, and yep, Bitcoin went up by 10%, but then reversed to the downside. So only if you just follow these colors, you're already making some money. But if you follow these colors and also apply a little bit of cycle logic, you can make much more money. And all you have to do is basically to take a look at the weekly chart. When the green color flashed for the very first time, the weekly just went below 20. So for the first time in the cycle, the weekly cycle went below 20 and it indicated 13, while the 3-day cycle was in the middle at about 55. Now, sure, you could have bought here and you could have sold here, but you could have also waited for this price or that price. And let me explain you why waiting for these two signals was better. First of all, let me zoom out a little bit. When the weekly chart falls below 20, so right here, it takes a couple of weeks for the price to start rising. So by just knowing this thing, we don't have to buy immediately when the weekly falls below 20. For example, here we fall below 20, but if we waited a couple of weeks, right, we immediately could have bought for the better price. And same thing here, it falls below 20 here, but if we waited just a couple of weeks or until the cycle started to rise, we could have bought for, in this case, the same kind of price. Now, again, same thing happened here. In a very bullish market, the weekly cycle stays, maximum maybe 3 or 4 weeks below 20. So that's exactly what happened here. And the weekly started to rise. But even if the weekly started to rise, it's still an amazing buying opportunity. So coming back to our previous example, the weekly started to fall right here. And if we waited a couple of weeks, let's say up until here, we could see that, hey, the daily cycle and the weekly cycle matches, and the 3-day cycle is at 20. That must be a great buying opportunity. And indeed that was. If we bought here and waited all the time until the weekly cycle high, we would have made 13%, which is actually a very good trade considering we are in the midst of a bear market, everybody's losing money, and most of people are even not trading. Now, if we bought here and then we waited for another extremely good buy signal right here, we would have earned even more. So let me quickly check how much we would have made if we have bought here. We would have made 34%. And basically that's risk management, guys. So you should not enter in a trade with 100% of your portfolio. You should always enter with much lower amount, preferably 1 to 2%. If you want to risk more, maybe 10%. And then buy once again if the price goes down and if you have another buy signal. So hey, if you follow my indicator, you're gonna make a lot of money with Bitcoin. But what about other coins? Let's check Ethereum. Now again, let me start checking by the current situation right here. So we can see that Ethereum approached weekly cycle high, meaning that it's not a good time to buy Ethereum. However, just a cycle below, it indicated another perfect opportunity for Ethereum. So here we had a cycle low daily and the weekly cycle low, and if we had have bought here and we would have even waited for this weekly cycle high, we would have made 17%. If you want a lower risk, simply what you can do, you can wait for the 3-day cycle high, and in this case the 3-day cycle high was reached somewhere around here or here, and you would have made 29%, which in this case brings even more returns than the weekly cycle high. Now let's go to the past, and again let's go to the bear market, because we can already see that if we buy in a bull market using my indicator, we always make a lot of money. It always works. However, most of the indicators on TradingView fail in the bear market. So I want to show to you that using my indicator, even in the bear market, you can actually make great money. All right, so here we have a couple of examples. Very clearly, kind of at the same situation what happened with Bitcoin. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here we had a weekly cycle low and a daily cycle low. However, the weekly cycle just fell below 20 for the first time. So again, we should wait for a couple of weeks, and we should ideally wait for this situation. And again, we can buy here, we can wait for the weekly cycle high. And guys, look, even if you bought here, right, and the price fell by 37%, you are devastated, right? But you should not. If you simply use my indicator, in the end, you will still make money. That's how cycles work. Let's go to another example right here. I can see, again, the weekly cycle and the daily cycle coincide together. Let's say we buy here and we sell at the weekly cycle high, even somewhere here. Let's not even aim for the top. Again, we make 7% in the bear market, which is great return. And again, if we reinforce our position here and we sell at the cycle high, we make 40%, which is beautiful. Now, look at that. That was amazing. That indicated a local top for Ethereum. So if you bought somewhere around here where we can see the green color once again, and you sold somewhere around here, you made 100%. So you basically doubled your capital within 3 months. And these opportunities repeat and repeat again. So basically what you have to do, you have to get into my VIP group and simply apply this indicator to any coin of your choice. Now you can also apply this indicator to your favorite altcoin. Let's say I'm very interested in AVAX. Now let's take the current situation at AVAX and basically let's check what the indicators are showing to us. Let's assume that you bought your coin somewhere here on the daily cycle and the weekly cycle lows, and you're currently holding, and you are basically in minus 15%, and maybe even thinking about selling. But what I can tell you, it's not a good moment to sell, because what's going to happen right now, the weekly cycle will start slowly trending up, and you will basically be able to sell this coin for profit. Now, the cycle theory doesn't tell you how much profit you're going to have. Basically, you have to follow the cycles in order to make money. And kind of the same way we can check the history of this coin. September 24th, 2023, we have again extraordinary returns if you go to the top. And even if we don't go for the top, right here when the red color approached for the first time, we basically doubled our money within 2 months, which is extraordinary, which is fantastic. Now let's go to check the previous coins, and here we can see a similar situation right here and a very similar situation right here. And even if we bought somewhere here for the very first time and we didn't even wait for the more downside, we still managed to make profit. That's it for this video, guys. In the next video, we are going to come back and check the current Bitcoin cycles, and we're going to see what the Bitcoin cycle is telling us for the next days. Don't forget to join the VIP group, because right there you're going to get access to all these goodies that I'm showing right here, including the buy and the sell signals in the middle of the cycle.